one, but I might need some time. Because that one's pretty low. If it does start raining, just give me a couple of times. Yeah, I'll bring it up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the Ontario Blues taking the field right now. The final of the Coast to Coast Cup live on the Rugby Network. It's a beautiful day here in Halifax. It's a little overcast. Might be a bit of rain coming in. We've got a bit of a breeze going left to right across the field. And here come the Atlantic Privateers. It's been a great season for them. These teams have both taken a win from each other, and they're coming into the final today ready to go, playing for the anchor that the Atlantic Privateers currently hold. We're set for a truly, truly terrific game of rugby here. You got Brody with me in the box up here, and really excited to bring you some rugby live on the Rugby Network.
Yeah, fantastic, Adam. Really looking forward to this game. We had a great appetizer earlier on, and now we will wait as the anthem plays out.
The Atlantic Privateers will be starting off on the, looks like they'll be on the left side of the pitch once it's all said and done. The Ontario Blues, of course, in their classic blue-on-blue kit. The Atlantic Privateers wearing those very sharp red and blue striped kits that they've come to be known for really across the country in this competition.
Breeze has picked up here at the Wanderers grounds. You can see it kind of blowing across the field from left to right as we look at it. A few spots of rain around.
It is a strong breeze, and it does look like the Privateers will have the breeze in the first half. Really interesting to see how they use that. Ideally building a bit of momentum in that first half and have to play into that wind in that second half. Annie Kennedy is our referee today. Great experience. She's really one of the top referees we have in this region. Very fortunate to have her officiating this game, and of course she'll be aided by a few folks on the sidelines. We got looks like Ashley Morton on one side, and can't quite see who the other one is there, but a strong officiating team here, no doubt. And we're about to get started here with Ontario Blues kicking off. Here we go.
Action underway. Great kickoff. Chase there from the Blues, who retain possession.
It's a strong carry there to start it off with the Blues. And now they'll try and play it out wide.
Blues looking to make a little bit of a statement early here. That one charged down. Blues get back and recover. So
penalty there. The J.S. Cook getting pinged, not rolling away from that tackle fast enough. Nate Cameron trying to come in and poach that ball, but of course that tackler does have to clear the area before you can put your hands on it, so Blues will have a chance to kick to the corner here.
No mistake there as they'll get set for the first line out of the game. Lift there from the Blues. A little sloppy in the back, but it is recovered. Picked up in center field.
Well tackled there by Nate Cameron. And the Blues are going to look to work around that corner, but a great double tackle by the Privateers.
Oh, a little misconnection there. Blues players missing their timing, and there's a turnover.
Jamin Hodgkins finds that ball. He puts it deep into the corner, and it looks like it just rolled through the try zone there, so it'll come back for a scrum.
Just a little too deep with the assistance from the breeze. It was nearly picture perfect.
Just inches away from brilliance, really. First test of the scrum here for both sides. Number 3 here for the Privateers, Tyler Matcham, just finished his first season of Major League Rugby with the New Orleans Gold. He'll be looking to show what he can do in the scrum, no doubt. And, of course, Austin Creighton, the number 2 there. Both of those guys, Austin and Tyler Matcham, just named to Canada's extended training squad ahead of our summer internationals coming up.
The scrum, such an important part of the game, and having that clean base to execute your set pieces is so important.
Ooh, and the Privateers get a push. Oh! But there's a penalty there. Justin Tassi with the penalty there. Scrum is such a technical area, so hard to get it all right. And a nice kick to the corner there for the Blues.
So they'll hit fairly deep inside Privateers territory here, just outside the 22. Important opening salvos from both sides.
Not straight. Not even close to straight, I would say. So Privateers here will take the scrum. If they can keep that drive straight, it looked like they were getting quite a bit of purchase there on the last scrum. So ideally they can avoid the penalty and use this platform wisely to find their way out of their own end.
Having the breeze at their backs will make pushing forward a little easier for the Privateers, but clean possession the key. That scrum wheels around.
Safe snap, just cleaning it up there. Playing A for the Privateers. Been a part of this team for years now. And now they're getting a little bit of go forward through the forwards there.
Yeah, a couple of nice little passes in between the front rowers.
Jamin dropping it onto his left foot. Ton of skill in that man.
Blues now looking for a little space on the counterattack.
Jimmy Clark there trying to hold him up. Just a tackle there.
Wrapped up in center field, now banged forward by the Blues. Very flat pass across the back line there. Oh, that one does not go to hand. Little scramble. Privateers able to rush up and put some good pressure on this Blues line.
Blues might have the ball now, but the Privateers have probably made 20 meters of gain just playing some good defense here, keeping the pressure up, forcing the Blues to kick out of their own end now. That one's going to find some grass, though. Ryder Kanuski trying to find a little bit of space.
Broke one, got a little isolated.
It's a great steal there.
That looked like Town Nickel who picked that ball up.
Indeed it was, yeah. Playing for the Oakville Crusaders Rugby Club, just west of Toronto. They're off to a very strong start in the Marshall this year.
Excellent body position, kept on his feet, attacked that ball, took possession away from the Privateers, but a little handling error results in the scrum feed going the way of the Atlantic home team.
Oh, they should look to use this.
Big push there by the Blues. It had to get cleared in a hurry, and it's a bit messy through the back line.
And they'll look to just settle it down here, get a good platform within the 22 to exit from. It could be right now.
They'll recycle for another phase, making sure that they have everything set here.
That's an excellent clearance kick by Jamin Hodgkins. Jamin has been with the Pacific Pride this past season. He's an incredible young talent in this country. His pass, his kick, the way that he directs players around the field. Really, really impactful player, and excited to see what else he can do today. He's been off to a great start with some of these kicks already.
That
also looks not straight, but stolen by the Privateers. Backwards there.
play allowed to continue.
Jamin puts it on the foot again.
Tight to the sideline.
A great tackle there by Harry Corkum.
Blue scrambling around. That one was off a shin. Very messy in the back. Big, strong contact there. It was Charles Trollope who banged that ball forwards. Back over by the sideline. Cleared away. A little cleaner this time by the Blues.
It's a great tackle by Merlin McLeod.
Blues doing the hard yards here, just banging it forwards, holding possession.
Privateers playing some great defense here. Patient, great hits. That ball almost spilled forward. And here comes a kick from the Blues. And it's finding some space. It's a little bit of a stumble from Ryder, but he recovers nicely. And off he goes.
It's a wobbly one. Then he spots a little daylight in front of him. We see it. Privateers have an absolute lineup here on the right side.
And off they go. Here comes Harry Corkum, J.S. Cook.
Driven towards the touchline, sensibly stays in play.
And now they're working. Jamin Hodgkins trying to take that ball to the line. It's a triple tackle. 3 guys needed to really bring him down. But off they go again. The line speed from the Blues is looking good, though.
Privateers retain possession, look to reset. Hit that line again.
Jamin looks to put another kick in. He's putting this up.
A nice
It's
towel.
It's a well-spotted kick just outside the 22. The Ontario Blues 10 there. Luke Bagshaw just unable to reel that in. It gives the Privateers a real attacking platform.
Key to that punt was the hang time. It was up for so long, it allowed the Privateers backline to exert pressure on Luke Bagshaw, who couldn't resist a little second glance at those outside backs heading towards him. Took his eye off the ball for a moment, and that's when you wind up with a little spill. Very good attacking opportunity here for the Privateers.
We'll keep our eyes on those Privateers wingers today. At 14, we have Harry Corkum. Harry is out at McGill playing some rugby, but he did just spend a semester at the University of Bristol in the UK, where played some very, very high-quality rugby. And then, of course, on the other end, we have Jack McCarthy, hailing from St. John's, Newfoundland. He's been capped for Canada Sevens. He's a very, very difficult man to put to the ground. Get the ball in his hands, and good things typically happen.
Lots of movement in that scrum again.
Bit of a messy platform there, but Andrew Monk ran with a good carry.
Privateers will reset. Now through the back line.
Jimmy Clark looking to get a little bit of a line break there. And now Harry Corkum working all the way off of his wing.
Privateers continuing that forward momentum. Oh, it was a good-looking cutout ball. Some bobbling.
Looked like a knock on there, and it was coming in for, first the Privateers knock on, and then the Blues, so will be a scrum down for the Blues here.
Just from this mishandled cutout pass by the looks of it. Maybe a bit of a 50-50 call that went the way of the Blues there. Playing away from home, they will gratefully accept the occasional 50-50 call that goes their way.
Coach! Point!
So we're yet to see a really clean scrum. This is another one that will require a reset. Blues on defense will look for a good platform, and the Privateers will look to get some pressure on them. Still a lot of movement in that scrum, although better than the last couple. That tackle slides high.
Going to give the Blues a good opportunity to get out of their end here with a clearance kick. Brady White just sliding up a little bit there. He had the man tracked well, but just getting that contact a bit too high for the referee to be happy with.
Privateers will look to get disruptive during this line out. Put some pressure on that clearance. One cleanly off the top.
It's a great chop tackle there by Nate Cameron. Another great one there. Austin Creighton, who's working around the corner well here.
Getting some good front foot ball. You see them rolling forwards. Now a half break. Probably a pass that did not need to get thrown. That's picked up by Jack McCarthy.
Another pass that doesn't need to be thrown by Jack McCarthy. Gives the ball back to the Blues there.
Both teams just really looking to find their footing in the early play here. A little in behind. just out of reach.
Could have really opened up there for the Blues if that could have found a safe pair of mitts, but just slips out of Jack Bryan's hands. Jack Bryan from the Balmy Beach Rugby Club in the east of Toronto. We're just by the beaches there. One of the more successful Ontario clubs over the past several years. Many McCormick Cup finals. One championship, I believe that was last year.
Big push there by the Blues. Privateers
Ooh.
under a ton of pressure. It is a turnover from the scrum.
Privateers just not been able to get that clean ball when it comes to their own scrum. And then a kick to the corner.
That's an awkward bounce.
You know, at first I wasn't sure that was the right decision by the Blues, but a friendly bounce for them finds themselves a try.
For Ryder Kanuski, that was tough in the back. That ball looked like it went at a right angle. Good follow-up from the Blues there. Sees them first across the line here in the final.
Does not make the kick there, so it'll remain at 5-0. Privateers will look to build back some momentum. They had some opportunities early in this first quarter, which is almost coming to an end here, but just a little bit unlucky in some of these scrums to not get that clean platform. Definitely something that they'll be looking to improve on. Looking to finish off this last 23 minutes of this half on a strong note.
Jamin pounds that one deep. And ultimately a little too deep.
Going to go right at the back of the try zone. We're going to come back. That will be a scrum at center field for the Blues. One of the most ideal attacking platforms you can find if you're outside the 22. You've got the 50-22 on. You've got both sides of the field to attack. Puts the defense in a very awkward position where you've got to drop some guys back to make sure that they can't just kick right into the corner. And that opens up space to attack. So it'll be interesting to see how the Privateers choose to defend here. Looks like they've just got one in the backfield. And it'll be even more interesting to see what the Blues choose to do with this platform.
Get the sense that both teams are just kind of feeling each other out here in the early exchanges. Making sure that their pre-planned game plan is what they want to stick to. Picked up off the back and a big, strong carry there. Town Nickel. More good front foot ball here for the Blues.
Charles Trollope with a big carry there. It looks like they've got advantage, the Blues do now. Good defense there by Jamin Hodgkins. It looks like they're going to try and hold them up. They are successful in that, but coming back for an offside call.
Doesn't look like the Blues are interested in taking a shot at goal. They will bang this one into touch.
Oh, but it just misses. And now Jack McCarthy will look to attack. Making some good ground there, getting just before the 22.
So a little unforced error there from the Blues. Allows the Privateers a chance to regroup. And acres of room.
Jamin tries to hit the spiral there. Doesn't come off quite so clean, so chance to attack.
Oh, big driving tackle there.
Merlin McLeod really making his presence felt so far today. A couple of huge tackles early in this game. Now he's got his hands on that ball. He can't survive the clear out.
Blues looking very effective when they're keeping that ball close to the ruck.
Ruck speed's looking quite good from the Blues.
Now they move it wide. Driven towards touch.
A terrific tackle from J.S. Cook. Another one of the contingent from St. John's, Newfoundland. He spots man and ball, drives him into touch. Just lovely, lovely defensive work.
Privateers maintaining good aggression on defense. Showing you can still be driving the state of the game even when you don't have your hands on the ball. Players will take a little bit of water on board here. Right around this 20 minutes into the first half. We see that big driving tackle again.
It's just textbook.
Being very aware of not lifting too high and allowing that player to go beyond the parallel. And then really good cover tackle there.
Seems like might be some kind of an issue with one of the officials or perhaps the microphone. So just a quick break here. Good opportunity to highlight some of the folks behind the scenes. Head coach for the Atlantic Privateers, David Jackson, hails from New Zealand. Does run America's Rugby Management, placing players in the MLR and all over the world. And his father's watching all the way from New Zealand today. It's his 72nd birthday. So happy birthday, Barry Jackson. We wish you could be here with us in person, but we know you're rooting rooting for the Privateers from across the globe. Happy birthday, buddy.
Always good to see a local lad from Parapara Umu doing well. Players granted a little bit of extra time here. Catch their breath. Discuss the state of the game as it's been. Look to push their agenda moving forward. Adam, you've been down there playing in that kit before. What's the message for the boys here, 5 points down?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall you got to stay calm and collected in these moments. You know, rugby is very much a game of momentum, and so anything that you can do here and now to start to build that momentum in your favor will pay dividends throughout the game here. So first and foremost, you know, let's play in their end, I would say, and do the simple things, hold on to the ball a little bit more. Just keep them under pressure as much as you can.
It looks like we've had our little technical difficulty corrected there. Officials back on the pitch, and we'll get things underway again. Deep throw goes too far for the Privateers, but it was touched on the way through.
It looks like a knock-on in the line-out, so bit of a break there for the Privateers. You don't want to give them anything for free. And really, it's going to be important for this scrum to get sorted out and actually give them a good attacking platform. I'm not sure they've had clean ball once from their scrums, but they do have a very deep and deadly back line on this Privateer squad, so they'll want to get a chance to stretch their legs a little bit here if they can.
Good solid platform this time.
Oh, lovely at the back pass from Brady White under pressure.
A chance for that back line now to stretch the legs.
Very well done. Huge meters made there with that backline set piece move. Justin Tassi with the dummy. He does love a dummy. Oh,
injection of the forwards into the back line. That was solid contact.
Really solid contact. Wouldn't want to be the other end of that one. Now they're going to come back, calm it down just a little bit, and kind of rebuild their momentum here after a slower ruck.
That was Merlin McLeod again, just making his presence felt on both sides of the ball.
Ryder Kanuski just getting a little isolated there. It's a great tackle. And a great great steal there from Charles Trollope. He's had a great start to this game. Big carries. Now a big steal to really turn the favor back into the Blues.
Yeah, chopped him down and had him turned on the wrong side. That's where that slowdown happened. Privateers couldn't get enough support in there quickly.
Blues line have also been very strong today. I think they've not really given the Privateers much to try and steal or disrupt, but it's a point of pride for the Privateers to be competitive in that line out. So see if they can disrupt a little bit here.
A little untidy, but the Blues recover, only to knock it on afterwards. So they survived the initial untidiness in the line out. There is a little bit of rain around, so the ball might be getting a little greasy, a little slippery underfoot. Nothing much to write home about, but not as dry as it was earlier in the afternoon.
Jack McCarthy just getting a little bit of attention from the AT here. Nick Russell's out there, not on camera right now, but donning his classic sailor's cap. He's always known to be around Privateers camp wearing that cap, and just been a terrific staff member for the Privateers for years now. And here's just looking at that set piece again. JS moving it to Jimmy Clark. Jimmy Clark with a beautiful little half break, giving it to Jack McCarthy. So hard to put down here. And they recycle that ball very well.
Yeah, the injection at speed there on the wing. Good ground, good coverage. Eating up some meters. There's that backhand flick that was also pretty to watch.
There's the big contact from Merlin. A great clear out from Jamin and Austin Creighton there.
It's from the other angle. Drew a nice big ooh from the crowd in the stands and in the boxes. It's a good smattering of fans in the stands, trying to keep dry, and then a good vocal one in the hospitality boxes over here on the other side of the ground.
Action getting ready to get started again here. Scrum to the Privateers. Oh, we're going to have a reset. The loose head for the Blues just not quite getting set correctly there. Caleb Hickey will just restart the scrum very quickly here. Great platform, and they're going to go blind. Brady White with a little bit of space.
Oh, what a ball. Not held.
Harry Corkum. What a try. Getting the cheeky little ball off the shoulder from Brady White. A terrific tackle there by one of the Ontario Blues, but not held, so Harry Corkum gets right back to his feet, drives that ball in. He is such a great ball player.
You can see the break happening here. It was 2-on-1. And again, those Privateers wingers injecting themselves into the line at full speed. Really hard to put down.
Just unbelievable work from Harry Corkum there. Excellent effort. Unbelievable natural ability. Just a terrific, terrific rugby player. Jamin Hodgkins will look to slot this from the corner.
Great presence of mind, too. Realized that he wasn't held, so was able to jump right back up and keep driving for that goal line.
Yeah, that's right. Just not letting the defense get set again, and it's just a real sign of maturity there.
Good looking strike. Just in front.
Strikes that ball very well, though, and it's so tough from the corner there. It's a great effort.
And so we're now all locked up, 5 apiece, which I think is very representative of the arm wrestle that's been going on out there so far.
Absolutely.
And set for the restart.
Jack Bryan getting us restarted here with a deep kick. Finds Jamin Hodgkins' hands, who clears it right back down. Oh, an excellent kick.
Yeah, finds the safety of the touchline.
Gets
Well
it.
out of his own territory.
It's a terrific clearance kick. Over halfway, you got to be happy with that. Put some pressure on the line out here, play some good defense, playing in the right parts of the field. It's exactly what the Privateers want to do after putting some points on the board.
They've already shown this afternoon that they do not need their hands on the ball to be able to get some forward momentum.
Oh, and a huge steal there.
That's great work on the line out. That one's batted back.
Safe Sinad with a huge carry.
And on the front foot, a little gap opening up. What a pass. There's that injection of pace again. So that was Jack McCarthy.
Just terrific work. It starts with the carry, starts with the steal really, then safes it out with a strong carry. Jamin Hodgkins just pulling the strings, and Jack McCarthy line break, finding Ryder Kanuski.
Space opened up there for Kanuski to just dive over the line and get the Privateers their first lead of the afternoon.
Ryder has not been known to be caught once he finds that open space. Just got a ton of pace. He runs great lines, and he really showed it there. Two quick tries in succession for the Privateers. They must be feeling good now.
That back three of the Privateers pointed out as being that conversion. Slides right down the middle. But it's that back three of the Privateers proving to be the point of difference so far. Speed and space in which to use it.
We're just a few minutes ahead here on our clock. We're showing 34. We just saw the referee signal. There's about 10 minutes left in this half, so we're really right around 30. Jack Bryan will get us restarted again here. A much shorter kick this time. Oh, and they lift Jack McCarthy.
It's a great take, well above his head. Oh, and you get the feeling that the Privateers have been buoyed by those couple of tries, and they're really starting to feel their way into this game.
Well, that's going to find some ground.
Towering
very
kick.
Clever.
Oh, there'll be a penalty forthcoming. You cannot play the man in the air.
Nate Cameron having some words with him, reminding him just what the laws of this sport are. Cannot play a player in the air like that. Ryder Kanuski going down pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty reckless there. And Jamin Hodgkins elects to try and take the shot at goal here. He's certainly got the distance. Just continue to turn the screws. Continue to keep that scoreboard ticking if they can. And Ryder looks like he's fine. He's walking it off. Tough lad.
Not a short kick at goal here, but with the wind behind him, should have more than enough power. More than enough power in the right direction.
Right down the middle again. Jamin's kicking is very on right now. Starting from a little clever play, pulling that ball back to J.S. Cook, who put up a very high, contestable kick, found the ground, earned the penalty with some competition in the air from Ryder Kanuski. And then Jamin Hodgkins just keeps that scoreboard ticking in the right direction for the Privateers, opening it up to that for that 15-5 lead.
Blues elect to pound that one downtown.
And Jamin sends it right back. Clears the lines again. Ball in Blues territory.
Yeah, and that's been the MO for the Privateers after kickoff restarts this afternoon. Get it out of their own zone and head down into opposition territory. Another contested line out. It's
not straight. Even though the Privateers were able to get a hand on that ball, Andy Kennedy saying that that ball was not straight, and it looks like the Privateers are going to the lineup themselves right now.
No team really finding great rhythm with their line out so far this afternoon. Privateers will look to change that around.
Lovely stuff. Here comes the attack.
Evan Logan with a big win. Oh!
It's a lovely ball from Jimmy Clark. J.S. Cook just can't quite hold on. I think he saw all the space in front of him, but a little bit of a slick ball there, probably part of the culprit.
Yeah, a few more drops of rain coming down here, getting a little slick underfoot and ball in hand possibly. And maybe a little guilty of looking up and seeing wide open pastures beyond them.
So the Blues will have to put it on this scrum now. They're stacking that right side. Let's see what Luke Bagshaw decides to do with this platform at 10.
And that scrum all over the place. We will have a reset. Big push.
Ooh, a little chip in from the 13. But the referee, Annie, is saying that one of the other Blues players was ahead of that kick and did not retreat. She's blown it up for a penalty, and Jamin Hodgkins is going to take another shot at goal here.
Yeah, no hesitation making that choice. It's been kicking well this afternoon. Wants to keep that scoreboard ticking over and make the Blues pay for those infractions. Probably about 45 with the angle. Still comfortably within his distance.
Just looking at the flags, looks like the wind's changing direction a bit here. Maybe going across the field, away from where the camera is pointed. He does pull that one just left. So this will be a 22 dropout for the Blues.
Yeah, that wind may very well have flicked around here.
Luke Bagshaw going to get it started. Oh, never mind. It'll be their 15. Jack Bryan again. And it's a heavily rotating ball right to Jimmy Clark.
Spots a little gap.
It's a lovely little half break and offload to Jack McCarthy, who just tries almost the same thing in to one of the forwards there on the Privateers and can't quite find the hand. So a knock on there. The Blues will take the scrum just outside their 22.
They'll be happy to get out of jail with that one because those little short passes were looking very effective for the Privateers on the far side. A little difficulty getting this one set clean. As we head into the dying minutes of the first half.
Penalty there goes against the Privateers. Looks like it's Justin Tassi again.
Who's gone down.
Oh, he's looking like he's in some kind of trouble there. You never like to see that.
No.
Training staff will come out to attend to him. Take a short break here.
Yeah, one of those Blues forwards, front rowers, popped out of there and immediately put his arms up to say, get some attention.
Looks like he's holding his shoulder there. And Anderson Recker is going to be coming onto the field. Anderson Recker, originally from Halifax, went to school just a block from here at Citadel. Currently doing his MBA at McGill and living in Toronto for the summer. But we're so happy to have him back on the East Coast. He's such a terrific guy, a hell of a rugby player. So he'll come in and look to have an immediate impact. And of course, we're just sending Justin Tassi, who's just gone off with that injury, our absolute best, and wishing him well, hoping that it's nothing too serious.
The Blues find some good yardage with that clearance and head into Privateers territory. Another deep line out ball. Oh, injection at pace.
Great cover tackle there by Ryder Kanuski.
And that was Hudson Young, who was away with a ton of speed. And it was a brilliant covering tackle to shut down that big surge forward.
And some great cover defense there. Jack McCarthy on a lovely, lovely steal. And that'll be the end of the half. The Privateers are going 15-5. do have to apologize. Anderson Record did say he went to Citadel. He didn't. I actually can't remember what high school he did go to, but I know if he does watch this back and hear me say that, he won't be pleased that I got his high school wrong, I'm sure.
The correction will come quickly.
Absolutely. Take an opportunity here at halftime to thank our sponsors. There are many. Title sponsor, of course, being Admiral Insurance, making this entire tournament possible, sponsoring rugby on the East Coast in a very, very big way. Garrison Brewing, multiple locations around Halifax, terrific beer. You can find them in all the bars around this great city. And, without Garrison, without Admiral, we wouldn't be here. And we'll have a couple more coming up here. Marco, terrific construction company out here on the East Coast, Atlantic Canada. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. If you need anything removed from your place, please give them a call. Gary Parker, excavating. I don't have any excavating needs, but if I did, I'd call them.
And in the background, just as this half comes to a close, is Justin Tassie hitting off gingerly, holding his shoulder on his way out. We hope it's nothing too serious for him. So a great first half. This is finals rugby. It was tense. Took a little time for both teams to find their feet.
Just a 10-point game going into the second half. Everything to play for in the last 40 here.
Both teams with success to celebrate and areas to improve on heading into the second half. Blues definitely looking to use that short kicking game in behind the Privateers line as much as they can. Want to try to show for it so far.
Okay, coming back here for the second half of action between the Ontario Blues and the Atlantic Privateers. We know we have folks watching from all over the country. We want to give a special shout out to the IROCs, Athena, Ophelia, Michaela, and Marissa, as we are about to get this second half started. 15-5, to the Atlantic Privateers, and Jamin Hodgkins will get us started in just a second here, kicking off right to left for the Privateers.
A little bit of weather has set in over the break, so we've got a little bit more steady rain coming down now. That will affect a little bit of the footing and a little bit of the ability to handle the ball. Just like that.
You called it there, Brody. That ball just slipping out of bounds, so the Privateers have a choice here if they want to go scrum or line out. And they've taken the line out, which in the wet weather feels like a bit of a riskier call, but backing themselves to find their jumpers.
So possession and controlling that position will become the most important piece of the second half.
Just knocked on from the Privateers in the line, and the Blues will play out here. Ooh, but it slips out of their hands forward. And they'll go back to the knock on in the line out.
So both teams will have to take the slight change in conditions under advisement here, knowing that they perhaps can't throw the ball around like they were in the first half.
First scrum here for Anderson Recker, playing at loose head. Tyler Matcham at tight head, of course. See if that improvement can't. See if that change can't find a bit of improvement in this scrum.
That'll be a reset. We're not in the right spot there. You watch that Blues front row just kind of pop up out of position.
Feels like the range just picked up a little bit again. Oh, and a bent arm penalty there for the Blues. And they're going to tap and go. Oh, another advantage there.
Blues made a ton of yards on that drive.
Oh, a big tackle there by Saif Sinad.
Oh, and some aggressive defense there. Drives the Blues back. No advantage to be had. Privateers doing a good job on the other side of the ball.
Oh, it's a great kick down by the Blues number 10, Luke Bagshaw, out of Brock Rugby Football Club. East of Toronto there in Ontario.
Yeah, that went very deep. And the Blues now find themselves inside Privateers territory. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard first in the second half and claw back some of that 10-point deficit.
Well taken by the Blues, and they set up a maul here. They get some momentum early.
Yeah, that was a great take in the center of the line out. Privateers now rallying.
Oh, and have they broken through? They have. They've broken through the middle of that maul. They've killed it and they've earned themselves a scrum.
The rolling maul, so difficult to defend against there, and Privateers putting on a clinic of how to turn that momentum back on itself.
Privateers will look to exit their own 22 here as quickly as possible. Oh, but a penalty against the Blues in this scrum. Looks like their loose head not keeping his feet, knee to the ground, will give Jamin Hodgkins a chance to clear their lines.
And these scrums this afternoon continuing to be a messy affair. Neither team really finding an area of strength in there. Jamin finding some good yardage there to relieve some of the pressure on the Privateers, who will have the ball for this line out. Another deep throw all the way down the back.
Jimmy Clark with a strong carry in the centers. Just a little knock on there from Brady White trying to play that ball out of the ruck.
A little bit of rain that is around is just enough to be a nuisance and make that final little piece of execution that much harder. Scrum under pressure again.
Once again, the Ontario Blues loose head not keeping his feet. And it looks like they're going to get a warning here from Andy Kennedy.
Yeah, she wants that scrum to be a heck of a lot cleaner than it's been.
Lovely kick to touch from Jamin. Peeling off a lot of yards just outside the 22. Now the Privateers will have their attacking platform set. As long as they can get this line out clean, I think they'll be able to stretch the legs of those backs again.
Yeah, run down the checklist here. Collect that ball cleanly and then distribute. Step one, taken care of.
They set up that rolling ball. Looks like they've got it to the back.
They'll continue to drive forwards.
Oh. Oh! Austin Creighton sneaks through and scores a wonderful try, breaking through the center of that maul.
The forward pack doing a brilliant job from that line-out win. Safety first, secure the ball, put the Blues under pressure. And then Austin Creighton with a Superman dive over the line. Get the feeling he enjoyed that one.
I think so too, yeah. Jamin easily slots the extra 2 points there. And the Privateers continue to build this lead into the second half.
An important score early in the second half, as the Blues had looked to put some pressure on. A couple of little mistakes, penalties at scrum time. and the Privateers took full advantage. Privateers couldn't handle that one up top, but it's tidied up in the end. Ball pops out on the Blues side.
Great chop tackle by Nate Cameron. You can usually tell it's Nate Cameron because his head goes right into the spokes. He's always very low in those tackles. There it is again. And that time he earns a little knock on, and the Privateers have a chance to attack here. Jimmy Clark puts it on the foot, and Jack McCarthy is on the chase.
McCarthy off to the races.
It's very well recovered by Luke Bagshaw.
Now the Privateers counter-ruck. That's been stolen away. That's brilliant work by the Privateers to win that ball back.
And they'll look to play it through Anderson Recker. He does get held up, but he's still making meters. And he looks like he's lost that ball forward. So some great interplay there. High IQ play from Jimmy Clark, the man from St. John's, Newfoundland.
So Privateers range deep into Blues territory. Blues managed to scramble in defense as the Privateers were driving towards the line. But the Privateers will look to really push this one against the head and force a hurried clearance from the Blues.
Caleb Hickey's going to be under a ton of pressure here. The number one for the Ontario Blues. He's taking penalties on the last two scrums. Can't afford to do it here. So close to his own goal line.
Keep your eye on number 6 there, Merlin McLeod, as he will, once he gets the opportunity to detach from this scrum. Blues elect to keep it in hand.
They do make a good 20 meters there from first phase.
So they are now outside their 22. Electing to hold on to that ball.
Here will come the kick. Kicking to them mostly in the middle of the park, right at Jack McCarthy, but a penalty advantage there for offside. We'll have the Blues taking another shot at clearing their lines, this time retaining the ball if they can find touch.
Smart rugby from the Blues, opting to keep it in hand for as long as possible, winning that penalty advantage, and then advancing up the field.
The rain is truly coming down now. Lachlan McGregor onto the pitch for Nate Cameron. Lachlan McGregor, a dual national, Canadian citizen, and grew up in the UK. He's going to be looking to have an immediate impact here, and let's see if he can get his first tackle in. There's a nice double that he's involved with, him and Saif Sanad.
That was really good cleanup work by the Blues because it was untidy from the top of the line out. But they did get that ball back, and now they're rumbling forward.
Big carry there from number 3, Charles Trollope, having a great game. And a cross kick gets put in, just doesn't quite find the hand. And the Privateers go quick. No. Andy Kennedy says, no, you can't go quick if it's touched a player off the pitch or gone a certain distance away from the sideline. So the Admirals will have, the Privateers will have to come back, take the line out proper, and look to win and build.
Privateers to the front of the line out. Good safety first ball there. On a good, strong carry up the center of the pitch.
Jimmy Clark's making great meters there. Ooh, the line speed from the Blues is picking up again. They're finding some success really shooting up into the faces of those Privateers.
Bitter ball for the Privateers.
Yeah, it was a little close to crossing there, but they're happy. And Brady White finds some space in behind. That's a great kick. Luke Bagshaw here with off his left foot. It's a lovely clearance.
Yeah, very, very clever kick from Brady White. He saw the wide open space in behind the Blues line. Then you saw Luke Bagshaw get back and cover it very well. And with not much of an angle to work with, did find some good distance.
Great to see so many of the young guys on the Privateers stepping up into bigger roles this year. You know, there was quite a turnover from last season's team. Notably, Elliot Ryan no longer with the squad, playing in Benfica in Portugal. We miss him dearly. Wish him all the best overseas. Lovely driving ball here again from the Privateers. They did just score off of it. Let's see what they can do with this one.
Yeah, that was one in the center of the line out again, so good control. Privateers line out. The last few instances have really started to dominate.
And they're going to swing it back left. Jamin with Jack McCarthy looking for that offload, not finding success there. And the Blues will find that ball.
Yeah, Blues lucky to have that hand in the middle of that, not called.
Although there, they give the ball right away again. Oh, what a big tackle there on Jamin.
That looked like maybe it was shoulder first, and there's a few Privateers players taking exception to that.
Absolutely.
As their playmaker got hit hard. And a little after the whistle for the advantage as well.
Right away again. See it on replay. Yeah, what a big tackle really there on right away again. What a big tackle there on right away. There could be some trouble here. The referees, the officials just having a chat about what they each saw. While Jamie gets checked out, make sure that he's okay. He's back on his feet. He's looking not so much worse for the wear, so looks like he'll stay in the game.
Chat here now between the official and the captains.
So it's looking like it's going to be just a penalty.
Penalty, what looked like a fairly serious conversation about keeping things clean.
I would guess the conversation there is, you know, there was not a real attempt to wrap, but there wasn't contact directly to the head, which makes it just a penalty, no card. Likely the right call. Hard to see from all the angles, but Andy Kennedy doing a great job officiating this game, keeping things under control so far, so this last 22 minutes or so should just be riveting.
Privateers deep in Blues territory. You got to imagine the plan is that rolling maul. They set it perfectly.
And here we go. We do just have a substitution. Ian Jones is on the field for the Privateers. Ryder Kanuski has come off, and Harry Corkum has moved to 15 with Ian Jones on that right wing.
Austin Creighton has that in control at the back of that maul. Your try scorer from earlier. Don't imagine he's going to give the ball up easily. Maul goes to ground, and now the backs get to go to work. So they were playing advantage for that maul that was taken down. You got to imagine here Privateers are going to stick to the script.
Yeah. Be shocked if we saw anything but a maul here.
It's been an effective tool for them this afternoon. Right to the center of the line out. That is exactly where they go. That maul taken down again. Blues are going to keep a very close eye on that.
Looks like Andy's happy with how that maul was taken down. It looks like they sacked it right as it came to the ground, right as he got to the ground. So no advantage or penalty there, and the Privateers will try and grind them down and see if they can't push over for a try here.
Privateers right on the doorstep. Pick and go. Jamin gets the ball.
Finding himself a little isolated back there.
Runs right back into the prior ruck. Another chat for the officials here.
My viewfinder looks really dark. Is that just me? Is that just because of the light, or is...
Great to see that there's still a few brave fans sitting over in the stands.
It is getting colder and wetter by the minute here.
But it looks like a good contingent of some of the younger rugby players from around the city.
It seems like the officials have had their discussion and he's ready to share with the captains what's going on here. It looks like just by the reaction of the players, there's going to be a penalty for the Blues or possibly a scrum for the Blues. And it looks like a penalty for the Blues as the Privateers look to back up and get ready for this clearance kick from Luke Bagshaw. Oh, but he's going to miss touch, it looks like.
Indeed, he does.
And the Privateers will look to counter. Harry Corkum.
Spots
Harry
a
Corkum
gap.
finding some gap, finding some space.
Just lost his footing there. There's still space on this left side. Ball and underfoot getting slipperier all the time. There's Harry Corkum again with a huge carry.
Just spawning opportunities all over the place. And it looks like an offside call goes against the Blues, giving the Privateers a real platform deep in the Blues territory here.
controlling the narrative on the scoreboard right now. Privateers will look to really drive home their advantage.
Jimmy Clark stepping in to take that kick. It looks like Jamie might just be cramping a little bit in the calves there. Never fun. Luckily, Jimmy Clark, an incredibly capable kicker in his own right. Typically a 10 himself, but playing 12 today with Jamin in the lineup and doing very, very well there, as we've seen all day.
You would expect this to be rinse and repeat from the Privateers, who have had a ton of success with that driving maul from the top of the line out. You have to win it first.
Luckily, the Blues did not go up there because that was definitely not straight, but you do have to compete to get that call, so they're driving this maul, and it's looking like it's making the ground. It's going to need to.
Yeah, that's in towards the line. They are over. Is it down?
It
looks
is.
like it.
Another driving ball try for the Privateers. Helps them build this lead with about 15 minutes, probably closer to 20 minutes left here with some of the stoppages we've had. Looking like the Privateers are going to hold this lead. We've got some more subs coming. We've got Cam Hayward and Evan Martin coming onto the pitch. Tyler Matcham is heading off, as is Austin Creighton. Excellent shifts from both Tyler Matcham and Austin Creighton. Two incredibly capable players coming on the pitch in Evan Martin and Cam Hayward. Evan Martin of Newfoundland and Cam Hayward playing his rugby in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Raymond calmly slots that one through the center. And the Privateers now with a commanding lead. The Blues will have to really start throwing the ball around and make some things happen here if they want to get back into this one.
We also have Brandon Power coming on the pitch for Brady White. Brandon Power from Eastern Shore, Nova Scotia, lobster fisherman by trade. Absolutely deadly on the pitch. His delivery is first class, and if you give him half a break, he will make you pay.
Blues now pick up position in their own half. Look to carry this out.
Lovely tackle there by Lachlan McGregor, and safe Sanad, doing what he's best known for, stealing the ball, poaching it like he can. He is all over that. He is so hard to move when he gets on that ball, earning a penalty for the Privateers after that terrific tackle from Lachlan McGregor.
Yeah, the Blues back there found himself a little bit isolated and then got wrapped up in a tackle. Choice was either give the ball to the Privateers or hold on to it for too long.
And Jamin just drives that ball deep into the corner. I wonder what we're going to see here, Brody.
Well, if I was a betting man, I may bet on a line-out win in a maul.
I wish that there was a bookie who would take that bet from us right now. Taking a quick break here as Saif Sanad gets a little bit of attention, but he's walking his way back into the lineout now. He will be just fine. That man is tough as nails.
Yeah, takes his spot in the lineout here.
Ooh, a little bit of a missed timing there. Gives the Blues the ball despite the Privateers finding the win.
Yeah, couldn't control it at the top of the line out there. Batted it down. And then we had Nick Booz pushing through, picking up the ball.
Merlin McLeod with another terrific tackle.
Just sounds different when he is on the end of the tackle there.
It's his technique, his tackle technique is absolutely second to none right now.
That one is lost. Miscommunication there on the Blues back line. They had a couple of forwards caught in the wrong position. And we'll see another scrum in center field. I think the raucous cheers you heard there in the background was for Nick Russell and his famous sailor hat.
It's a hat you'll see out all night tonight in Halifax if you're downtown. Nick Russell, very known to be out with the boys after a win or a loss, and hopefully the Privateers do get the win here today. And here comes the attack.
That was a good-looking scrum by the Privateers, and now they get some front foot ball.
Lovely offload from Harry Corkum to Jimmy Clark there, and Jimmy's just going to rumble forward.
Held his feet in the tackle really well there. Kept driving forward.
Oh, and a lovely ball. Andrew Mongrand. We're still playing here. Jack McCarthy picks that ball up.
Big Lock, who's been doing some magnificent work in that line out. Maybe not quite so well known for his passing. Blindside.
And Jack McCarthy. A great little snipe from Brandon Power finds Jack McCarthy right in the corner. That man will almost always finish from within 5 meters. So difficult to stop.
Did well to stay inbounds there as the Blues were looking to force him out of bounds.
And here we go. Keegan Dalton is coming onto the pitch for Safe Sanad. Keegan Dalton, likely the youngest player on the squad at just 19 years old, hails from Pictou County on the North Shore. Just like Tyler Matcham and Brady White, this kid has such an unbelievably bright rugby future. He's also playing at Dalhousie University right now. Just the kind of guy you know will be a leader at every level of rugby for years to come. Jamin Hodgkins just pushes that one wide.
Yeah, good-looking strike, but from way out here on the left-hand touchline. Those are always difficult kicks. Blues now look up at that scoreboard with a significant deficit in play. As the Privateers, 34 points, play the Blues 5.
Just about 10 minutes left here. The Blues are going to need something special. Oh, Merlin McLeod gets a half break, but can't quite hold on to that ball.
Just bumped out in the tackle. It's turned over again. They'll blow back for that. Privateers looking to run away with one.
Would have been try time for Jimmy Clark there. Absolutely nobody was going to catch him after that intercept, but we will be coming back for that knock on from Merlin. Just slips right out of his hands. That's just a bit of the weather.
Blues empty their bench here. Looking to inject a little energy back in. Looks like the rain has decided to let up. It's still cool and a bit damp around. Ball will still be a little slippery and it'll be still a little slick underfoot.
Penalty goes against the Privateers there, just not quite holding their feet in that scrum. Number 1, well, that would be Anderson Recker playing the loose head there. And the Blues are going to have to really push the pace here to have any hope of coming back in this game. Down 29 points with just about 10 minutes left here to play.
Crazier things have happened, but
Indeed.
you would think that they need to score here and now.
And on comes Dylan Hickey. Evan Logan's coming off the pitch. Dylan Hickey, attending Dalhousie University, playing for the Toronto Scottish in North Toronto there. He's gonna look to have a bit of fun in these last 10 minutes, show what he can do at this high level of rugby.
It's slow ball for the Blues coming out of the middle of that ruck.
And it's actually not coming out at all. That maul is going to get turned over and turn into a Privateers scrum.
Get the sense now the Privateers know that they're bossing the game and are playing with that confidence.
Ooh, the Blues getting a big push in on the scrum and earning a penalty again there. And it looks like they're going to go quick. They do.
Yeah,
trying anything to get some points here. Trying to release some of the new blood from the wing.
A couple of great steps there. I believe that was Cohen Schroeder. Big, strong contact there over on the far side of the pitch. Go out on a limb and guess that Merlin McLeod was at the bottom of that.
And a huge steal there. Lachlan McGregor getting over that ball, not moving an inch, earning the Privateers a penalty. Jamin's going to kick this one deep. They'll take their line out, likely into the Blues half.
The vocal hometown crowd loving every one of these defensive turnovers. Privateers not content to sit on their lead. Continue to put the pressure on.
Clinical line out, and here comes the distribution.
Backline getting involved again, little handling error. No knock-ons, it was just untidy.
Well cleaned up by Keegan Dalton, who dives on that ball. And Jamin is looking for that spiraling kick. Doesn't quite come off his foot, and well received by the Ontario Blues winger there.
Great take. He loses that ball in the contact.
Oh, but it does go backwards, it looks. Looks like, yeah.
They managed to tidy that one up. Couple of phases here for the Blues. They're not making a lot of ground. Puts her off a toe. Privateers will now look to restore a sense of calm in the middle of the field.
Ooh, cross kick there.
It's collected brilliantly on the sideline.
Luke Van Dam, who's in for Jack McCarthy. Didn't see that come in, but
There's not a lot of helpers
reels
there.
that in terrifically. J.S. Cook trying to make some hard yards now.
That was a great driving tackle by the Blues. That one went a little too far. But a quick start taken. Jamin spies some
Oh, that could be very
free
good.
real estate. A little bit of a delayed call coming through here.
It looks like maybe there was a late hit on, possibly a late hit on Jamin on the kicker there, because they're taking the ball up to where it landed.
You see that brilliant take on the sideline again there on the replay as we sort out what's going on down on the field.
Luke Van Dam with that take. Luke is the president of Dalhousie University Rugby Football Club, hailing from Guelph, Ontario, but spending his summer out here, playing for the Halifax Tars, playing for the Nova Scotia Celtics Canada Game Sevens team, and obviously getting some time with the Privateers here. Just a young man with an incredibly bright future in the sport. It's terrific to see him getting some time and showing what he can do on this stage.
Jamin bangs that into touch.
And here we go again.
Clean one at the top. They look to set the maul, but they can't quite get it together. Little knock on at the back. Lights on the scoreboard glowing really brightly here as it's getting a little dark, but looking very bright for the Privateers.
Not long left in this game. Blues, hard to see how they can find a way to win it, but there's absolutely no give up on that team. They're going to play it right to the last whistle. Oh, bent arm penalty for the Privateers.
Yeah, in these final minutes, Privateers will be looking to put the exclamation point on a resounding victory. Blues will be looking for a little finishing things up on their terms. Pick and go from the Privateers, very close to the line. Again, good goal line defense from the Blues. But eventually, the pressure towels and the Privateers rumble across the line.
It's Merlin McLeod. What a finish to his day. His defensive work has been unbelievable. Bags himself a meat pie to finish it off. So well deserved. So well deserved from a man who has put in a huge, huge shift in this 80-minute game.
Yeah, well rewarded for a ton of work all afternoon. Does it the hard way again, crashing and bashing his way over.
That is certainly going to seal the victory for the Privateers. They will retain the anchor. They will retain the championship of the Coast to Coast Cup 2 years in a row. You love to see it for the boys from the East Coast. And Jamin notches that one through for another 2 points.
Some stoppage time. We'll still have a couple of minutes left to play here. Privateers look to put the icing on the cake. Blues look to finish on their own terms.
That is it. That is the game. The Atlantic Privateers have won the Coast to Coast Cup for a second year in a row. An unbelievable 80-minute effort. Full team win there. So many players playing unbelievable rugby. Just hats off to the Privateers. Hats off to the Ontario Blues. It's never easy to come far from home and to play away. They grounded out for 80 minutes as well. Just wasn't their day today, but a ton of young talent in that squad as well. And at the end of the day, you know, rugby's the real winner here. Canadian rugby, high-performance rugby coming back at the amateur, semi-professional level here. And you just absolutely love to see it.
A dominant, full 80-minute performance from the Privateers. Both sides of the ball, incisive on attack, sometimes brutal in defense. They really put together a total package this afternoon. The Blues, a spirited effort, not quite enough here today.
Merlin McLeod, definitely the man of the match in my eyes. Just a ton of positive tackles. You can see his smiling face right there after the try he scored on the highlight reel. We'll see if the teams agree when they hand them out, either at the pitch right now or later tonight at the bar. But at the end of the day, a terrific performance by everyone involved.
Great exhibition for our younger players in the province. Hope they watch this back, see where they can wind up if they continue to play, and see what that top level looks like.
Of course, players shaking hands, showing their respect to one another. It's a tough sport out there. But one of the best things about it is the ability afterwards to just shake hands, have a beer with the opponents, and just let anything that happened on the field kind of slide off and enjoy the wonderful sport that we all love.
Teams will band together here for the presentation.
Dumping some water on Dr. John Gillis, the patriarch of this Atlantic Privateers program, the general manager, the man who really puts together not just the Atlantic Privateers, but this entire tournament. Would not be here without his relentless effort, day in, day out, working with the sponsors, working with Rugby Canada, working with all the organizers. We've got him to thank for all of this, really. Thank you, John.
Looks like he'll take control of the mic here for some presentation. Privateers hoist the anchor.
You love to see it. There will be big celebrations across the city tonight for these boys. Starting off at the Garrison Seaport, one of our great sponsors. A final thank you to Garrison, to Marco, to Admiral Insurance. Could not be here without our sponsors as well, so we hope to see a big crowd out at the Garrison Seaport tonight. The team will be there in just a little while, having a few beers, celebrating the end of a terrific season. Now back-to-back Coast-to-Coast Cup champions, the Atlantic Privateers.
Great fun here. Ed and myself, thanks for joining us. See you again next year.
I'll see if I can find it on my phone. Wait a sec. What's on?